Hi, this is a quick demonstration of how to make use of various features available in Merchant Dashboard or the Merchant Console. I'll take you through various features available in this dashboard. To get started, I am just trying to log in using my personal credentials. Okay. So I have just come to a page, the login page, where I would enter my credentials to log into the Merchant Dashboard. Okay, so I have just logged into this panel. Now you can use this dashboard to keep a track of all your transactions, then customizing the reports as per requirement and for processing the refunds as well. How can you check your daily transactions? Here we have a reports section. Now clicking on this will give you multiple options. One is transaction report, refund report, chargeback report and settlement report. I am going inside transaction report section. Now inside this, there are multiple search options available. One is transaction ID, then order ID, customer ID, response code, CCDC last 4 digits, merchant unique reference number and the bank transaction ID. Let's say I want to search the transactions of a month. So here I can select the from date. I am selecting it as 1st of January and date. So I am allowed to download the data to view the data of a particular month. So I am keeping the date as 1st of February. Or let's say keep it as 31st of January. If I click on search, you can see here is a snapshot of transaction report for the month of January. Next is how to initiate the refund of a particular transaction. So here in front of every transaction, we have an option of add refund. If I click on this, so this is giving me an error saying that refund request cannot be initiated for this record. Reason behind this is this transaction is a pure case of failure. Status is mentioned as transaction failure, so refund cannot be initiated against this particular transaction record. We can only process the refunds for settled or successful transaction cases. So this one is a settled transaction. I am trying to add refund for this record. Now it would ask me to enter the refund amount. It can be partial amount or it can be total amount to be refunded back to the customer. Let's say I am entering the amount as ₹10 to be refunded back. Now after entering the comments, you need to click on add refunds and refund would be initiated. Next is how to process the bulk refunds. Inside operations tab, you can see an option for bulk refund. Now here you can upload a file for which you want to initiate the refunds in bulk. Please see the important instructions given on the right side. Sheet must be in XLS or .csv format. Excel sheet must include transaction ID plus the refund amount as the headers. CSV file data must be separated by comma and enter empty line at the end. So these are the mandatory instructions to be considered before uploading a bulk refund file. You can download a sample file from here as well. So this is inside refund report section. You can select by the transaction ID, order ID, parent transaction ID or the end date here. Again, you can see the transactions, you can see the refunds for a particular month. You can download the reports from here. It would be downloaded in XLS or .csv format. Next is how to download the transaction reports. Again, inside report section, transaction reports. Here I am searching from date and to date. I want to check the transactions for the month of January. If I click on search, I would be shown the complete transaction data. Here the download option is available. If I click on download, it will prompt me to go to Downloads tab for the transaction report. Now inside Downloads tab, you can check the status. On 8th of March, I have just initiated a transaction. What is settlement history? Inside report section, you can see a tab for settlement reports. All the transactions, payment or refunds which got settled in the system will be reflected in this particular section. Usually all transactions are settled before T+3 days or as per the agreement executed between Paytm and you. I am checking the data for the month of January by entering start date and end date. If I click on search, now it's showing the settlement report for the same month of January. You can also download this report from here and it would show you that please check the downloads report for settlement report. Inside download section, you can see the status that this report has been initiated. Here you can also see that the transaction report which we initiated previously can now be downloaded from here. The settlement report has also been initiated and can be downloaded in some time. So till now we have covered transaction. Now this would help you if you want to check the status of a particular chargeback raised against a transaction. Our security team would also communicate you about any chargebacks that has been raised by the customers. Here you can select by the transaction ID or by the invoice ID. Otherwise, you can just keep this field as blank and you can select the dates from here. Now, how can you provide dashboard access to other users in your organization? So to provide this kind of functionality, to make multiple sub-users of this only dashboard, you need to go inside settings, sub-users. From here, you can create multiple sub-users with restricted. Here I can add new sub-user by entering one email ID. I click on proceed. Now I can assign multiple roles to this particular sub-user. Let's say if I want to give bulk refund role to this particular sub-user. Save the user. Now a verification link has been sent to this particular sub-user's email ID. Once the sub-users verified the link which was sent to his or her email ID, his details would be visible inside this section, the sub-user details. Next is how to create custom reports. In order to customize the reports as per the requirement, you need to go to Custom Report section. Here you can choose multiple fields to be displayed in the reports, and then we need to save this. So your next custom report would be having the fields which you have selected from here. So this was all about the major features available in Merchant Dashboard. How you can view the transactions of a particular sub-account. Inside report section, transaction report. Now here you can see we have an option to view the status, the transactions of multiple sub-accounts. I have selected a sub-account. I am checking the data for the month of January. So this is a snapshot of the transaction report for the sub-account this. Now from here you can initiate a refund against a particular settled or successful transaction. Now in order to download this transaction report, you need to click on download option. Once you click on download, you need to go to Downloads tab. Inside this, you can check the status that the download has been initiated. After few minutes, this status would be changed for download and you can download the report from here. Track the status of refunds initiated. You need to go inside refund report section. Now here you can search by transaction ID, order ID, parent transaction ID or the response code. Otherwise, just keep this field as blank and select the start date and end date. You would be able to download this report from here. Next is how to view the settlement history of a sub-account. Inside settlement reports, you can select various options: transaction ID, order ID, customer ID, UTR number or the payout ID. I am keeping this field as blank and I am checking the reports for the month of February. From here, you can select the sub-account for which settlement transaction history needs to be shown. I am selecting this as MU Faculty of Architecture. If I click on search, the complete snapshot is shown here. This report can also be downloaded. For downloading the report, you need to check the section for downloads. You can see the status as initiated. After few minutes, this would be available for download. Next is how to customize the reports. Inside settings, you can customize the reports for a particular sub-account. These are the fields which you can show in the report of a particular sub-account. Next is how to create sub-users of this dashboard. Inside sub-user section, you can click on add new sub-user and here you need to enter the email ID or the mobile number of a particular sub-user. Once created, you can also delete a particular sub-user. Till now, we have covered the sections for reports, downloads and settings. Next is how to process the bulk refund. Inside Operations tab, Bulk Refund, here you need to upload an Excel or CSV file. Please note the important instructions given on the right side, and you can also download a sample file. So this was all about the merchant aggregator panel. In case of any further query, please feel free to write us at payments.helpdesk@paytm.com. Thank you.